In this video, traders, we're going to talk about how to attack the trading day as a day trader. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Right, thank you for joining me. Okay, so day trading, attacking the trading day. Listen, it's a fine line this. If you get it too wrong and you're too aggressive, what happens? You end up trading way too much at the beginning, digging yourself a big hole that you've got to then dig yourself out of, and you're just starting to get traction towards the end of the afternoon if you're trying to trade multiple times a day. That's not what we want. We want to be aggressive when the time is right. We want to press when the opportunities are there. We want to be off the throttle and letting the market do its thing when it's not. That's why I'm sitting here now. The screen's off, market's just chilling out. It's doing not a lot. It's 5:45 UK time. I know it's a quiet period. I don't need to be monitoring stuff. I'll have a little look later on and we'll see what's happening. Bit of an active morning, but that's it. So anyway, let's go back to the process and the routine. It's going to depend on your time zone, okay? Because I think if you're in Europe and you're trading US, you're in a great position. Like I'm in the UK here, and US session opens at 2:30, closes at 9. It's great. Morning session activity. It means that in the morning, you can hit the gym, you can go swimming, you can do any of your health routines that you like to do to keep yourself active and keep your brain functioning. And guys, there's loads of research that says that's great, and I think that's a great thing to do. Have some activity, get the blood pumping, because even if you kind of not into your health and fitness, fine, it just helps the blood circulate around the brain. Loads of studies have shown this is a great thing to do, and it's good for discipline as well. Let's not get too sidetracked on the health issue, but it's good for discipline. Hey, I'm focused on doing this run, focused on doing this swim, focused on lifting these weights, and that will spill into your trading life. Okay, so you've got your bits and pieces to do, so your life kind of routine, if you like, your gym, your meal, whatever. Anyway, before the market opens, you want to be writing down in your journal or on your iPad or on it, or whatever it may be, what you're trying to focus on for the day. What specifically are you working on in a day? And that needs to be just one thing, okay? So we're not talking about operational things you're scanning through charts and setups. That comes in a moment. You want in your mind to say, hey, I'm working on this specific thing today, and that might be I'm not over trading. I am focused on taking the best setups. I'm focused on this. And so this is for the long-term improvement. That should be the first thing you're writing down in your trading journal, in your journal, whatever it is, whether you're doing a computer or pen and paper, doesn't matter. Next thing is now you're in operational mode. So after you've done a quick kind of audit of how you're feeling, you don't want to be trading if you're trading angry or overtired, all this kind of stuff. Fine, let's assume that's okay for now. Next thing is you want to be scanning through and looking at the markets you're trading. So if you're trading stocks, you're probably going to be looking for the pre-market movers, the gappers, the news, the earnings. You're trading the indices, again, you're going to be looking to see what the overnight session's done, the S&P 500. How's the Dow trade? How's the Nasdaq trade? What's the European session done? That's all going to be very, very specific to the market you're trading. If you're trading currency, if you're trading FX market, how's the Asian session been, the London session been, etc. And you should have a methodical checklist and process for this. So let's go back and say, if I am day trading the Nasdaq, for example, the YM, the ES or NQ, I'm going to say, okay, what's the overnight session done? What's the range of the overnight session? What's the overnight session high? What's the overnight session low? European range. And I might then look at the chart and go, what are my key levels, my support levels, my resistance levels? What day is it today? Are we expecting something later in the week that might be causing a day type? So without going into too much detail of it, we're trying to identify the type of day we're expecting as traders. If we're trading stocks, we're going to be filtering out the ones and we're going to say, what's the trade that we're looking for? And this, I think, is the key that many successful traders, day traders use. It's helped me loads, and maybe it'll help you, is to look for a theme or a few themes of the day. And a theme might be this. Okay, today I'm expecting us to open relatively flat, because you know what the gap's going to be, and I expect us to drift, and then maybe we chug into an uptrend mode after the first hour. Or I expect us to gap lower, try to fill the gap, fail, and then head lower. Or I expect us to kind of sell off at the open, find a bottom in the first hour, and then maybe push back up to the open. Whatever the thesis may be, depends what you're trading, of course, but then you've got a bit of a roadmap and a framework, and then you can start writing it down again in your journal. It's like, okay, I've got a few ideas that I'm looking to trade. And that could be, if you've got multiple stocks, you have to do more homework and say, hey, Tesla's gapping up, I'm looking to get onto a drive with Tesla, or so-and-so has got some news come out that's devastated the stock, I'm looking to short a pop, how am I going to trade that? And it's then just having a framework and a guidance for how you're approaching stuff. Now, most of the time, the market won't do exactly what you want it to do, but because you've got a framework and a focus on how you're trading it, that changes the way you perceive the market, and you can adjust and adapt on the fly, and that's where experience comes in. So you're running through your checklist, the operational checklist, looking at your key levels, looking at predicting, I'd use the word predicting too much, but you get what I mean. You're trying to theorize and think about what the market might do, or the markets that you're trading might do. So then you're ready for the open. You've got your broker platform open, you've got your screens open, you've got everything you need to operational. You've made sure you're not going to have any disturbances, your phone's on do not disturb mode, you've got everything ready to go. You're calm, you're collected, you've got some water nearby, you haven't overloaded on water because you're going to be running off to the toilet, all this kind of stuff, but you're just ready to trade. You feel focused, you've done your analysis, you've done your checklist, you know what you're going to do. Now, as a day trader, the opening session is by far the most active, and if you're able to trade that, then that's great because the opportunities are there. Then you focus on the day, and most traders will focus on a chunk of time and then take a step back. So they might trade the open and go, hey, I'm going to trade the first hour of the open, and then I'm going to step back. If you need to have an alarm on that says, hey, the first hour is done, no more opening new trades, just unwinding trades or keeping them for the rest of the day, if that's the kind of thing you're doing, then fine, then do that. Be prepared for this. Set your alerts as well, talking about trading alarms. And then most traders or day traders will, unless it's a super busy day, which is rare, you've got to say this, the generalization is most traders will take a break then, because we can't sit in front of the screens, guys, focus all throughout the day. You need a bit of a break. Now, sometimes you can, on a rare occurrence when it's really active and you're making money and you're really in tune. Sometimes you don't even want to get up to use the gents. You want to just stay here and focus because the money is flowing and you're in tune with it and your edge is working. That's fine. And if that's the case, then fine. But every day you should be planning in a break. Again, structuring in a break. If you want to use Google Calendar for this, fine. Whatever it may be. Then you take a break. Nutritious lunch, bit of food, whatever it is, bit of exercise if you want to do a bit more exercise, whatever. Then traders will generally come back and trade the evening session. And I'm talking more so much of the stock market here, but also if you're trading currencies, they're linked. You know, the money flows around from stocks to currencies, this and that and the other. And when business hours are open in a specific time zone, that's when the currency is going to be generally more active. There will be setups after hours, but you get your idea. So now people are going to focus again. And most traders, and something I like to do is split the day into three. So at the morning session, the lunchtime, the afternoon session. I won't trade the lunchtime session unless it's a specific opportunity I'm looking for. And the afternoon session, I'll treat it as a new day. So like, okay, what I'm looking for, what are my positions that I'm holding through to the afternoon? Am I taking any new positions in the afternoon for an afternoon setup, like a drive up to the VWAP, or am I looking for an extension away, a close at lows? And I'm grading the day type as well. Is it a trend day? Is it a rotational day? How is the market behaving? What am I expecting coming into the close? How do I want to position for that? How do I want to adjust and adapt any open positions I've got? So again, we're planning. We don't know this is going to happen, but at least it gives us a framework and a roadmap. And at the end of the day, we're journaling. We're putting some information in. Now, I don't know about you, but at the end of a trading day, I'm pretty tired. I haven't got time to fill out a massive amount of stuff. So I'll jot down the most important things in my journal, and I would sometimes use a computer version or like on Notes or something simple like Apple Notes, or I write it down. Depends on how I feel. And guys, you know, I don't think there's a right or wrong for this. It's kind of, we've talked about this before, and no doubt we'll address this at some point in the future. But I think just dumping down things that are in your mind and your thoughts, and then later on, after you've had a break, come off, print off charts. A lot of people would like to print off charts, annotate charts, kind of reconcile the day, understand what's going on, and then trade from there, or then kind of analyze the trades from there, and then refresh their mind for the next day. Shut things down, shut the computers down. Tempting to keep them open all throughout the evening. I know it is, especially if you're trading from home, got your laptop out, whatever it may be. It's tempting to see what the market's doing. Shut it down, refresh. You need that refresh time so that you can come in the next morning and hit it if the opportunities are there. Because as a day trader, opportunities might always be there. Might be spells where there's nothing, might be spells where there's loads, but you need to be on form. So anyway, guys, that's a day trader's kind of how a day trader will attack the day. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. How do you attack the trading day? How do you start the day? What's your kind of routine? Because everyone's different. There's no right or wrong. Everyone's got different personalities, different focuses and what they're doing. So let me know in the comment section below. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.